Hey, hi everybody. It's dark in here. There's no light and nobody uses the generator anymore. Good evening. This is Surviving Davido, Chapter 8. I'm so sorry I'm almost 30 minutes late. This is Nigeria where there's no Wi Fi, no light, no nothing. And I'm really busy on Twitter these days because we have an election coming and we have all kinds of things going on in the country. A lot of news going on today around the world. Kenya, Al Shabaab, the shocker of the fact that 4 of the 5 attackers were Kenyans that joined the Al Shabaab militants. The journalist that was killed in Ghana, our friend Ahmed. Yeah, Ahmed. The kind of corruption going on in Ghana, nobody wants to believe it's happening there, but it is happening, and it looks like it's worse than the one Rollins ended. So there's so much going on. Let's get to it because it's going to be a 30-minute documentary. As some of you have noticed, there's a lot going on about my documentary that you haven't talked about. No media is covering my documentary, and you know why? Because of favors they may lose from the Adeleke family or from Davido. Money and power, which means nothing to me. I'm telling my story because I want to tell the story. This is the son of somebody that I was friends with, and I made sure that when this woman was gone, I will watch what that son was doing. And I watched it. And so some of the stuff you're going to hear tonight is very shocking. It's really, really shocking. But it happened. Davido's a music star in Nigeria, a pop star that travels around the world. He has some global recognition. And most recently was the BET Awards that he got an award last June. And when you become a music artist, trust me, I have one in my house. Well, 2 or 3, but 2 of my children love music and they sing. But KJ, Rich KJT. Guys, Google Rich KJT and go to his YouTube page, okay? And subscribe because he's going to be doing a lot of stuff over there. And his friend Drake, all his mentors, we're going to do some kind of cross videos. That I'm going to post some videos there. They've been doing a lot of WhatsApp and a lot of FaceTime, and he's going to post that. If you have Instagram, at RichKJT. It's RichKJT, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. But here on YouTube, just Google RichKJT. You'll see it. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the domain soon. So, good evening, everybody. So, Davido, Surviving Davido. Have you been enjoying part 1 to 7? Some of his fans come in here and say, I made everything up. I'm a liar. Do they know the meaning of slander? Slander is when you speak out about someone and you lie. Basically, you make things up. That's slander. If you write it down, that's defamation. If you write it down, publish it, that's libel. It's 3 different things. Okay, let's start the show. Surviving Davido. Davido has been quite upset that he went to a London radio station and said he didn't know me. I'm sorry, I have to eat. I'm just starved. You guys really need to appreciate me. This morning, I shut down my Instagram page as something you can even comment on. Nobody can comment on my personal Instagram page anymore. You can just read the news, just read only and go. No comments, no nothing. If you want to comment, you have to subscribe, meaning that I'm going to follow you and you're going to be able to comment. If you don't feel like commenting and just want to read, that's fine. If you want to comment and you want to follow, you have to pay like a newspaper, 200 naira a day. Yes, I've been giving you guys too much stuff for free. Not anymore. I'm tired. I sit down here asking people to donate to the channel, send money to this, help me do this. I have to start running my business like a business again. Okay, so I'm eating. Yam and stew. What is different about this documentary is that, do you ever see me? You know what I mean? Do you ever see me actually read this from somewhere? Or I just speak from my mind, right? Those calling me mad. Don't question my work. I'm the best when it comes to investigative journalism. Most of you, especially in Nigeria, are SBNIs. You know, Smart but not intelligent. That's how you are. Most of you that live at home, you're really not intelligent because that's the way they raised you in Nigeria. Somebody here is saying present some facts. Are you stupid? Good luck, Agui. Present what facts do you want me to present? I'm telling you what happened. You'll see facts very soon. When I start showing you very crazy stuff. I have 15 tweets of Davido tweeting prostitutes when he was 18. Davido was 18 and he was on Twitter. He's only 26 years old. The tweets that he doesn't want you to see. To kill those tweets, he'll have to kill his Twitter page. 8 years ago, I was an 18-year-old asking somebody to bring him weed and all kinds of stuff, tweeting them. Didn't know that later these kinds of stuff will come out. I've been watching this kid because he's my friend's kid, and I was looking at how he's progressing because I don't like his father's side and how they did, you know. I don't like the father's side, how they lied to him about how his mother died. You can pacify a child to a certain point, but not all the time. If your culture in Nigeria says that you shouldn't eat while you're talking, fuck your culture, okay? Especially the Igbos and the people in the South. They don't eat while they're talking because they don't know how to multitask. I'm a journalist. I eat in the newsroom, talk, run around until the next story breaks. The bone in my mouth. Until the next story break, you have to know how to multitask. Davido's mother's from Edo State. Now let's go. Tonight I'm talking about the prostitutes, the drugs, and the need to fit in. Davido Adeleke at 18 years old will travel to New York to record in studios, Atlanta, different places. He would notice how other artists are living, how other artists are on this pressure thing. You know what I mean? When I say this pressure thing, it's something I don't want my kid to get into when he really starts his music well. He's been singing since 10, but not commercially. He's been featured on television and radio in Canada. But at the end of the day, when they start seeing everybody smoking weed, they want to smoke it too. Artists carrying guns, they want to carry it too. In Davido's case, he has this insatiable appetite for pussy. He made it known. Davido will order prostitutes on Twitter. I will release those tweets tonight. He doesn't even want you to see this. Imagine tweets that Davido tweeted at 18 years old. He had a famous prostitute. He had a favorite one. Davido would, he would tweet this, his favorite prostitute. Instead of him picking up the phone, calling the girl and say, hey, come to my hotel. Davido would tweet her and say, not even coding the thing. He'll say, bring that pussy here. Because he wanted to show off in front of the fans. The little bit of fans he had then. Bring that pussy here. Then one day on her timeline, I think she wrote something on her timeline about her pussy. Do you know those pussy Twitter pages that is all porn and stuff? That's the kind of page that girl had. Davido saw something there and he didn't like. He flared up at the lady and said, how dare you? You shouldn't be talking about dick with anybody except me. Davido tweeted those things. I have the tweets. Ha! You're gonna die. He was 18. When you're 18, you're an adult. You're supposed to know what you're going to be doing. You're going to be responsible. My son's 18 now. But you got to remind them of the limits. Davido had no limits. There was no mother to remind him of anything. His father was busy with other things. His father was about money, power, business. There was no wife to keep in the house anymore. He was a widower. A widower. Can we say Davido lacked proper upbringing? There was no upbringing. There was no mother in the house. And the father was all business. All business, money. Some people lose their wives. They go into hiding or deep depression. But no, Deji Adeleke was working even harder to create her son's music label. Did I tell you that Vero had a band? That's where Davido got the music from. His mother had a band. And they'll go out and perform and make money and stuff. That band actually played the music at her funeral. Who's this person? A lot of dumb people, ain't them? Davido's father did not remarry after his mother died. He remarried later to Teju, and then they were estranged and they divorced. The divorce was final on the day Mitchell was born, second birthday. I don't think you've watched the other broadcasts. November 19th is a special day in that family. Everything crazy happened on that day. Davido's baby was born on that day, his first daughter. His father's divorce was finalized on that day in 2015. That's the case where everybody rushed into the courtroom and the Judge Oguntade, kicked out every journalist because Davido's father, Deji Adeleke, did not want journalists there. Lied that the wife didn't want journalists there. After the case was over, Teju said she never barred journalists from the case. At the end of the day, November 19th, they were divorced. He doesn't have a wife right now. Remember, this guy is... Deji Adeleke had a baby mama before he even got married. Grace was his baby mama. Grace gave birth to the fat one, the fat, dark-skinned one, Wale Adeleke, chairman HKN. That's Grace's son. That's a baby mama before he married Vero. I don't know what's with the money and power. But then they had Sharon and Davido, Ashley. So David wanted to fit in so much. He'll use weed and smoke it. At that time in America, if you smoke weed, you smoked it within your confines. You can't smoke it outside. They'll arrest you for drug use. At the end of the day, cocaine. Yes, cocaine. Someone says, so Chairman HKN is his half-brother. Of course he's his half-brother. They're not from the same mother. Grace is his mother. I can decide not to do this story anymore, but it's not a story, it's a documentary. I have to. I'm going to do a lot of surviving series. Surviving Iyabo, just surviving Linda Ikeji. Many things are coming. I'm not writing anymore. You have to pay me to even comment on my Instagram page. I'm going to be talking. I heard that Wale Adeleke just bought a new Range Rover in 2019. Big deal. If you crash it in 5 minutes, it's gone, totaled. I don't know why they scream about these cars. That's the fat one, the black fat one that says that every rich person in Nigeria got an oil block. Marvis Riches about Davido being in the Freemason, chapter 7. Go listen. If you have not watched 1 to 7, don't ask questions about them. You got to go listen. I'm running a business here. This documentary, I'm getting paid as you're watching. Might not be a lot, but the work I do to stream it live is a lot without a script. Now, all of you threaten me about Davido. Threats don't bother me. I'm a journalist. Many journalists have been killed with threats. Some were not even given threats, they just killed them. Somebody said, oh, Davido is coming to murder my whole family. I don't think that person knows who my family is. Anyone still on 5 should go listen to the rest. I don't repeat things. So, as I was saying, David will frequent a lot of prostitutes. I'm surprised he has not tested positive for HIV. When he was in the bed with Ayo Labinjo, the woman that I represented in the news conference, she was concerned about him not wearing a condom. Because when you follow a pop star to his hotel, you expect that he'll bring out a condom. Davido had no condom. He's used to sleeping with women without condoms. He said, oh, you look so pretty. You don't look infected. Look at the mentality. Someone's look means they're not infected. She took a chance. She got pregnant. Davido fathered a baby at 20 years old. That child is 5 now, going on 6. When you're 20 and you father a baby, you're not ready. You're not ready. Davido wasn't ready to raise a child, so he had to deny the child. A letter was written by a lawyer several times. Deji Adeleke was the one the letter was addressed to. Deji ignored the letters. Finally, they had the test. After the test, they were all leaving, going back into their car, when Deji was spotted. Davido and his father, Davido was spotted giving the doctor a huge envelope full of cash. You don't do that when you're in a situation where you have to do a medical lab test that has to determine somebody's paternity. You don't tip anybody. That shows that you have bribed them, and the result is going to be negative. We have asked for a new paternity test 5 years later. Davido said it's a dead issue. Yet Davido is in the inbox communicating with the child's mother, and I'm seeing all the messages. If you're watching this, Davido, don't send any more messages because I have enough to put you out there. I've taken over the mother's Facebook inbox where he sends the messages from his personal Facebook. The first message I told you about, hi, how are you? How's your daughter? And I said, what's your daughter? Our daughter. Send a present to the girl. I did videos over here. Maybe some of you watched it. He did not send anything to that child for Christmas. I didn't have to let Davido know that I'm the one getting the messages, but I had to do it for a reason. Debbie A says, save this video before some dingbats try to flag them down. No, they've tried, but it didn't work. YouTube is sending me messages saying that they have not violated anything, and they're even monetizing them for me. Even Linda's on YouTube sent me things in there, all approved. I know social media. I'm a broadcaster. I know what content is viral and what content can be flagged down. So, Davido did not want to father a child, even though he technically was a male prostitute, sleeping with left and right. Davido has slept with almost 75 women in his lifetime. 75 women in his lifetime. My client tested negative for HIV, I thank God. So, and then he's in the Illuminati. The Illuminati. Yes. The world of the Freemasons. The Freemasons in the music industry. They control you. They control the artists. They tell the artists how to live, how to eat, how to sing. Different record labels have them. So, this is chapter 8, and I've spoken about the need to fit in, the drugs and everything. Chapter 9 should be Chioma, the girlfriend, but I'll put it here in chapter 8 because Chioma is really not important. Because most of you are dumb, foolish idiots. Most of you are. You'll believe anything you see. You saw a picture of Chioma kissing Davido in London. She might be in London with him, but that picture was not taken in London last week. That picture was taken in March of 2018, spring, we call it, of 2018. See the coats they're wearing? It was taken at Charing Cross at a men's store. Don't ask me how I know. I'm an investigative journalist. If that picture was taken last week, why didn't they do a video of it? Don't you see how I do my videos? What's the first thing I say? Nigerian journalist, Kemi Omalelu Olunloye. I want everybody to know I'm Nigerian because none of you are patriotic. I'm patriotic with them, most of you. Anybody that calls me names should really remember what happened this morning on Instagram. World famous, I'm going to block you. You're never going to be able to watch my video. If you want to talk about the Freemasons, you have to go to the previous video. I'm not talking about that tonight. Let's talk about Chioma. Part 2 of this chapter 8. I'm not going to do it actually because it's 10 o'clock. Showore is doing something on YouTube. So I have to join that. Let's do chapter 9, Chioma. Let me just give you highlights of what I'm going to talk about. Who is Chioma Avril Rowland? Her family. Her brother, her sister, and her first cousin. Her first cousin always updates me. How does a journalist know whether Davido and Chioma broke up? They did, and then they came back. Did they? Or they just went to a wedding together in Abuja? Now, she's in London. Does that mean they're back together? Wake up. I'll be the one to tell you what's going on with her. She doesn't have a 45 million naira Porsche. The Porsche was leased. She does not have a cooking show. There is no cooking show. Lisa Callie, you're an idiot. A dumb one too. You can't prove everything to everybody. You can't speak without proof of everything. You're really an asshole, Lisa Callie. I'll tell you why you're an asshole. Many of you are fools like that in Nigeria because you don't have the brain of an intelligent person. This is what I do to explain it to you. Give us facts, give us proof. You don't know what a journalist is. You're dumb. You're stupid, dumb people. I'm a journalist. I make money from reporting people. Today I told the world that Tunde Ignat has no immigration papers in America, as if you've never seen it before in Instablog Niger, but I elaborated on it because I went to investigate it. What I was just saying about Davido sending messages, the last messages Davido sent to Ayola Binjo, the first baby mama, was to give him the paternity test. Ayo said, for what? Don't you have your own? Your own copy? He said, I don't know where it is, from 4 years ago. Lisa Callie, let's get rid of you. From 10 years ago. I'm sorry, from 5 years ago. What's Davido looking for the paternity test for? Is he under media pressure? He's probably looking to change it, to alter it. Part where it is negative, he'll make it look positive. Then he'll come to the fans and say, oh, this daughter is my child. We're not letting him do that. He must do another test. Davido can't tell me I'm going back to jail. He doesn't have that power. His money cannot even send me to jail. He doesn't understand why I went to prison. You think everybody's like Ibi or me? If you understand why I was released and my case was dropped, you will never even say I'm going back to prison. I could have fucked up Ibi or me for life. The reason they locked me up is because they thought I wrote what I posted. When they found out I didn't write it, they were mad at the police for arresting me. The police never interrogated me. And then they went in my phone and deleted the message so that it looks like it didn't come in. But they forgot that Instagram has everything you deleted. When Instagram pulled up and said this came into her phone, it was sent to her 8 pages. They quickly dropped the case. I said I'm not dropping it. We're going to try the case. You don't know that part yet. I'm going to tell you that part on Tuesday, 22nd. Surviving Yabojo. The reason is because of that. I could have taken all of them to court for damages, for locking me up. That's not to say I'm not doing it. You'll know. Ola, Orisha, whatever. I will block you from my channel. I cannot be sued for defamation. I'm not defaming someone. If you sue me for defamation, I come to court with all the evidence and dirt. I will release it to all media in the world. Then you will fucking be damaged. Some people must be very careful. Success, you're an idiot. I did not confess at a BOMIS church. Go back and look at what I said. If you get it right, I'll charge your phone for 5 months. 22nd of January, 2018. A year on Tuesday. Go look at what I said. I didn't go to confess at the BOMIS church. I went to curse whoever sent me the letter. And I laid a curse at the end. The letter was traced to a phone number in Nigeria that opened the Instagram account that sent it. Yabojo Pinky's group. Yabo, who sent it? You? The other woman in the letter said it was her PA. Nobody talks. I spent 6 months in prison. So don't let me, if I hear anybody tell me I'm going back to prison, who's Davido? Don't you know what it means to bring out evidence? And most of you didn't even know I already won the federal case. Ibiomi did not touch and heal me, please. Ibiomi touched me and healed my asthma, not heal me. I don't go to Ibiomi's church. I left his church. I went to a church before I went to Port Harcourt, didn't I? A Catholic church. I'm Catholic. I left Ibiomi's church. I left the Catholic church. I left church, period. You know what I mean? My insults is too much. Leave my channel or I'll block you. You better beg me in the next 2 minutes. I gotta go. Some of you fools don't understand how journalists work, so I'll teach you. I sat down on the balcony of this house. I heard 5 gunshots. I stood up and I looked at the road, and I saw 2 men in the car dead, a driver and a passenger. They were pastors. The bike that went past them, Okada, stopped in front of them, went to the boot of the car and opened it and grabbed a bag. They got back on the bike and they left. Everybody was running towards the other opposite side because of gunshots. Okay? At the end of the day, what happened? The girls that were selling Apple recharge cards and everything and anything near the spot in front of my house, I asked 2 of them, did you see the shooters? They said yes. Describe them. One of them got a snap of the shooters on the bike. Now, I have a murder, 2 murders in front of my house. Nigerian Tribune called me. Debo, Abdullahi, Kemi, we just heard about the shooting in front of your house because he knew the spot. Do you have any footage? I said, I do. I actually have footage of the robbers. What they do is they stand under the bridge in Secretariat. When you come out of the bank, they follow you if you're coming towards this place because we have 5 bumps on the road. And then they double cross you. It's not the first time it's happened. First time it happened, they shot a guy on a bike. They took his money. Second time, two pastors coming out of GT Bank with 9 million in the booth, church money. While they were heading to the bank, they died. So you're the one that saw everything. And I would tell people that Pastor A and B was shot to death by 2 robbers. Blah, blah. You're asking me for facts and proof? You're mad. You're mad. Some of you are bastards. If you ever ask a journalist for facts and proof, you know what the facts and proof is? It'll have your name on it. See that girl, Shola Smith, was the one that gave me the footage. She was an eyewitness. Straight in the story. Is that how journalism is done? You want facts and proof. So the name of the witness, you protect the source, fools. Don't ask me that stupid question again. In journalism, you must protect the source. Put the source out there. They'll shoot and kill the source off. So don't annoy me, okay? See you. I'm going to Shori's channel. Chapter 9 tomorrow. Chioma, the dumbass girlfriend. The girlfriend that is in collaboration with Davido for so many publicity stunts to promote a single called Assurance. Davido paid Chioma a lot of money. I'll reveal how much, just to stay in the scam. To release that single, he needed the money. And he had to lease a car. I'll mention the place where he leased the car, a Porsche. And act as if he's giving her a surprise. She never got any gift. Have you ever seen her drive it before? Probably no. Assurance was a scam. Nigerians are smart but not intelligent. SBNI. That's why you're voting for Atiku that didn't show up at the debate, because Buhari wasn't there. Are there no other people there? Continue with the stupidity.